Om Guru, Jai Baba. My name is Sonali Bhasin Kumar and I am not an astrologer. I am a theta, sound and crystal healer, an angel therapist, a switchword and Ho'oponopono practitioner. So today's video is on the questions that you asked me on my Instagram handle. I'm going to try to answer some of them. Okay, the first question is, what exactly is healing and how is it different from just feeling better? Wow, that's a brilliant question. So how do you feel better? Better feel करने के लिए लोगों ने अलग अलग रास्ते बनाए हुए हैं. You can feel better after going to the gym. You can feel better after drinking alcohol. You can feel better after drinking, an aerated drink, or just when you can go for running, or you can go for an art class. So feeling better के बहुत अलग अलग तरीके हैं. But जब हम healing की बात करते हैं, healing is a more serious work and a bigger term. So just feeling better is not healing. When you're healing someone or when you're healing yourself, then there is more work and more serious work involved, which goes beyond just exercising in the gym or going for a swim or going for a drive or going for an art class. I hope I was able to answer that query of yours. Now the second question is, what all kinds of healing are there? Could you just give us a glimpse? Well, that's again a very nice question. As I introduced myself, there are different forms of healing which I do, which is theta healing, angel therapy, crystal healing, so there are lots of modalities which you can use when it comes to healing. So there is pranic healing, there is theta healing, there is sound healing, crystal healing. You can use angels, as a medium to channel healing to someone or to your loved ones or to yourself. So it totally depends on what is calling out to you or whoever you are going to, as in whoever your mentor is or your healer is, what kind of modality he or she is using in order to work on you. Now the next question. Oh, that's an interesting one. How do I know if I need emotional or spiritual healing? Wow. So when I'm talking about spiritual healing, you need to understand that spiritual healing is a broader word. It's a broad spectrum. Different tools, different modalities are a part of spiritual healing. So anybody doing any kind of healing, or if you are healing yourself, then it will all come into the part of spiritual healing. It will form a part of spiritual healing. Now it can be physical healing, it can be emotional healing, it can be mental healing. I'll give you an example. For example, if you go to the doctor, what kind of healing is taking place? It's physical healing, right? If you go to a psychiatrist, what kind of healing is taking place? Mental and emotional. If you come to a spiritual healer, they might not use the same techniques as a psychiatrist or a certified doctor, but whatever tools and modalities they are using is eventually going to heal you. So in my opinion, spiritual healing is like the bigger picture and emotional healing is a part of it. Now the next question. What is the most common block people carry that stops their healing? Well, if you ask me, this is one of my favorite questions, which is something I always tell my clients and I always tell my participants, that the biggest problem in your journey or in your growth when it comes to your personal healing is your own mind. When you think that you cannot do it and that you cannot be a healer or that something is not meant for you. So that question of self-doubt, that thought, that thinking of doubting your own self is the biggest block that stops your own growth. Now the next question. Can pain exist if the mind chooses not to recognize it? That's an interesting one. So when there is pain inside your body, that means there has been a thought or a feeling or an emotion which has caused that pain to manifest in your body. Now whether you acknowledge that pain or you don't acknowledge that pain, that's a different question altogether. But the fact of the matter is that if there is any kind of illness or any kind of dis-ease, okay, so disease also means dis-ease. If you're not at ease, that means that there is a problem. The next question. Can healing really help with stress and anxiety in daily life? Like, is it actually useful? Well, honestly, if you ask me, healing can really help in any area of your life. The question is, do you really believe in it? So the first step is to start believing that healing is working for you. The moment you start thinking that, it is going to work for you 200%. And that's a guarantee that I give. The moment it starts working for you, then be it stress, be it anxiety, be it any other mental, emotional or physical ailment, I am telling you, it is going to fly out of the window. Interesting. How can healing support relationships like family, friendships, love? Well, first and foremost, you need to understand when you decide to do healing for yourself. Now, whether you learn the modalities or certain tools and decide to heal yourself, or whether you take external help from any other spiritual healer to heal you, the first and foremost work starts on you. They say na, the buck stops here, everything starts with you, charity begins at home. I'm just putting that thought into action and explaining it to you that first and foremost, healing will begin with you. Now, the moment you start healing, the moment you start changing, the moment you start transforming, your vibe changes. You start vibrating at a different frequency. And when you start vibrating at a different frequency, automatically everybody around you also starts moving. They also start transforming because your vibe is changing, your aura is changing. So you are able to attract better relationships into your life, better people into your life. And even those people who have been a part of your life, they also see that change in you because energy understands energy. So when you are changing, their energy, their subtle energy is going to pick those signs and they also start transforming bit by bit along with you. So automatically there is a shift in your relationships, be it with your partner, be it with your siblings, be it with your parents, be it with your friends. It is totally transformational. Now the last question for this video is, what are some simple practices that I can do daily to heal myself? Well, first and foremost, what you can do is you can start with a simple breathing technique. So what you do, you take a breath in, hold to the count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release from your mouth. So this is a very simple technique which you can follow whenever you are in stress or if you're dealing with anxiety. So whenever you're feeling restless or whenever if you are somebody who suffers from ADHD or whatever, please try doing this breathing exercise. And you can do it as many times as you want. The moment you do it 5 to 6 times, you will feel that calmness coming into you. The next tool or next technique on a daily basis which you can use is grounding. I am a big believer in Earth's energy. Mother Earth, she is holding us. कितना बोझा उठा के वो बैठी हुई है Mother Earth, over 6 billion people का. So every morning when you get up and every night before going to bed, the moment you put your feet on the ground, visualize roots coming out of your feet and visualize Mother Earth holding you firmly and tightly. Send a gratitude prayer to Mother Earth for keeping you alive, for holding you, for stabilizing you and giving you support. So that's a very powerful exercise which you can do on a daily basis. The third one is my favorite. You can start journaling. So start journaling whatever you're feeling, whatever emotions are coming to you, in your mind while you are at work or while you're with friends. Sit with a diary every night and write down how you felt through the day. And do remember to make a gratitude journal. Gratitude to small little tiny things, to things that happened in your day. Small gratitude to your mother, to your gardener, to your cook, to your driver. So all those things, all these practices will definitely help you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to answer all your questions. For more questions like this, please feel free to DM me on my Instagram handle. If you like this content, then do like, share and subscribe.